Hello everyone and welcome to Game Night. Game Night is a joint production between Rappler and Elite Gaming. I'm AZ.
And I'm Coach. And we're here tonight to bring you a live-casted esports show.
For the next few weeks, we will be holding wonderful show matches and tournaments between competing teams playing Dota 2 online here in the Philippines.
Yeah, but tonight we're gonna have a show match. But for the benefit of those new to Dota 2 and esports in general, a show match is a non-tournament event which is a standalone game in itself. So we're just gonna have 3 teams compete against each other, not really for a first, second, or third place in an online tournament, but just for standings for tonight. So yeah, the format that we're gonna have tonight is a round robin between 3 teams. So it's gonna be 3 teams, 3 games. Each team will play against each other team just once each. So we're gonna have a total of 3 games, and we're gonna have a prize pool tonight, right?
Yeah. So yay, it's actual cash.
Yeah, so we're going to have a prize pool worth 9,000 pesos. And we're going to divide that prize pool between the 3 teams based on their standing by the end of the night.
Yes, and oh, by the way, the teams who will be playing tonight actually played with us before multiple times in our community games. So for those of you who know us, hey guys, we're back. But for those of you who are just starting to know about us and even esports, we actually have a video prepared for you to get you on board and just know and get the feel about what the idea is behind esports.
And mobile devices. A diverse range of video games have become platforms for competitions. While each individual game is unique and even vary in genre, the core of esports remains the same: the player. The esports player is not your average breed of gamer. These are the elite of elites, unparalleled in their craft. These competitors give their all in training and discipline, equal in dedication to advancing themselves over their competition to any athlete. For them, their games go beyond being a casual hobby or leisurely pastime. Esports is a profession. Intense displays of exceptional skill, drama from the lives and the challenges of players, and ease of access through multimedia platforms have garnered esports a growing number of enthusiastic fans, following their favorite players, teams, or games. Esports, the future of gaming and entertainment, has arrived.
Okay, so hopefully that gave you an idea of what esports is. For those who missed that video, we're just tuning in right now. We'll be playing that video during the break, so stay tuned and just stay with us during the night.
All right, so let's get into the action. But first, we're going to have an introduction for our teams tonight. And the first teams that are going to be playing in our invitational series are
K7T and Jonas with friends. Okay, so let's start with K7T. So K7T is one of the top Gold League teams coming in from the community from before, and they are composed by these players: Howling, Passy, Quack SC, Led, and Fear the Potato. Now, K7T is not just your normal kind of team. They actually are very versatile, and the key to playing against K7T, if you're one of those promising teams out there, is that you need to know exactly what each of the teams, what each of the players, want to play during a certain game, because Team K7T players are very, very versatile. Don't you think so?
Yeah, from the games that we've seen so far, they are very varied in the heroes that they pick, but the synergy really comes along somewhere towards the middle when they find their individual paces in the game.
Yes, exactly. And there are times that the K7T actually makes you feel comfortable, so that the enemy team feels like they're going to win, but not really. And K7T is very, very outstanding in the comeback mechanic.
Yeah, they've been excellent in making use of comebacks before, but now with new comeback mechanics added, I think they are gonna do even better.
Yes, going to do great, great damage. And now, for their opponent, we'll be playing Jonas with friends. Now, Jonas with friends is actually one of the latecomers in the community. They are one of those scary teams that, the way they play is like the Chinese teams. You don't really know where exactly they came from and what kind of role they really want to play or what kind of meta they really want to follow. It's just that they can always surprise you with very precise and tactical strategies that even K7T's versatility even finds it hard to beat.
Yeah, Jonas with friends, it's really scary. It's like fighting an opponent in the fog. It's like, how can you fight someone that you can't read their minds, you know? And that's really what Jonas with friends brings.
Yes.
Sometimes they can force their way into picking heroes that you don't even know, you don't even expect, and still make a decent game out of it.
And actually, Jonas with friends, it's one of the things that makes them more mysterious is that even if you actually find a way, find a chink in their armor, they're not really showing that kind of panic that most teams do. So they're very organized from start to end, losing or not.
Yeah, they seem to have alternate plans for wherever the game is going. They tend to have different paths to victory, because usually in the draft you would see a direct line to how the teams want to go with the game. Sometimes you would see a pushing strat or a farming late game strat or a 4 protect 1. But Jonas with friends, very mysterious, so to speak, in their tactics. But let's try to give some insight into how they're going to play with our analysis later on.
Okay, so let's move into the game. And we are now actually loading and waiting for all the players to come back to go into the lobby. So I actually failed to introduce who the Jonas and Friends are. So we have, for Jonas and Friends, Shiapo, Panic, 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, Infinity, Ikeski, and Fallen Main. And they are led by the Giver. So the Giver is their team captain, and he will be leading Jonas and Friends for tonight. Right, so it seems that everybody's loaded and we're ready to go into the game.
All right, so we're going to move into the drafting phase now. Jonas with friends on the Dire side versus K7T on the Radiant. And the first ban is going to go to Jonas with friends, first ban and pick. So lately in the current meta, I think we've seen the first bans and picks go more towards the carry heroes. I think first bans would typically be Juggernaut, or more lately, we've seen bans on Troll, Warlord, and Snipers. Yeah, this meta really is catered towards Broodmother. Now this is really a
big surprise.
Yeah, a big surprise coming from Jonas with friends. This is what we were referencing earlier. Sometimes Jonas with friends will just throw these curveballs at you, so you keep on guessing what they're trying to do.
10 seconds
and
to
even
pick.
here early on in the drafting phase, you ban a Broodmother.
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
I'm not sure if Broodmother is actually quite a popular pick.
Reserve
I don't
time.
really see him played too much in the professional scene, other than with a few unorthodox heroes as well, such as Ice Ice Ice. Yeah, he's really the kind of guy who would play such unorthodox heroes such as Broodmothers. But yeah, a surprising first ban. So we're gonna see a reaction come from K7T.
So what I'm thinking here is that maybe they just went for Broodmother, and actually I think that they probably will be banning pushing heroes or something, because they're probably planning for a draft or a lineup that doesn't really fight well against push lineups or anything of the nature of Broodmother.
Yeah, I suppose. Maybe if you're gonna fight against push strategy, then next you would ban maybe Naga or Nature's Prophet. We'll have to see where this goes. This is really surprising for now, but K7T, maybe they're a bit confused. They're running out of time for their first ban. They're on their reserve time already and already down the minute of it. So maybe they're trying to gauge where Jonas is going with this first ban on the Broodmother as well.
So it's actually funny when you think about it. Banning somebody who's not really in the current meta catches everybody off guard, and you can actually use it as a strategy to have your opponent burn through the reserve time. And we see the next ban coming up from K7T as a response to Broodmother, and it is...
They banned out the Tinker. Okay, so Tinker isn't a hero that we've seen in the current meta for quite a while now. Ever since that Tinker was nerfed by removing that damage towards the Ancients. Yeah, Tinker now has a harder time farming for those Boots of Travels. So not really too favored right now in the current meta, but pretty unusual, yeah. So if you banned out Broodmother, then K7T is also banned out a hero that works well against Broodmother. So I'm not really sure where this is going. I think they can gauge each other better than we can.
I think it's more or less they're trying to get a feel of each other first. just trying to get acquainted with how exactly do people respond to the bans of each other. And we see a ban for
Radiance
Axe.
ban.
Yeah, Axe is definitely a top tier pick, so not really a big surprise there. Axe, very, very powerful right now. 3.2 seconds on a 10-second cooldown. Stun, disable on a radius. Yeah, and it goes through Magic Immunity, so it's basically a reverse polarity on a 10-second cooldown. How amazing is that? Even, with Axe's nerf in the previous patches, I think it was nerf around 150 damage threshold to the Culling Blade. That really doesn't matter because you're getting Axe not for the Culling Blade, you're getting Axe for that Berserker Skull.
Yes, indeed. And we now see the ban. The next ban is Invoker. And now Jonas with Friends finds that space to be able to pick Troll Warlord.
Yeah, so maybe they just banned out the...
Sniper.
Oh, there we go. Troll Warlord and Sniper. That's what we were talking about. Definitely Troll Warlord and Sniper are the first heroes to have been picked. But I guess the Tinker and the Brood Mother were maybe just bans to burn out. Just so you have space to enable yourself to pick Troll Warlord and Sniper. So these teams, they don't want to ban Troll Warlord, they don't want to ban Sniper, so they just ban other heroes so they can pick Troll Warlord and Sniper for themselves. So Jonas with Friends with the first pick Troll Warlord, very confident in this hero. We've seen Troll Warlord very dominant lately, actually. Not really a buff on Troll Warlord, they just fixed the bug on his Fervor, his passive, and that made so much of a difference towards how Troll Warlord plays already. Just so much attack, so much lockdown on single hero. If you're caught off guard, you're automatically dead.
What do you think about the sequence of the picks? So they actually went for the course first in this game.
Yeah, the core first is actually the current trend right now. While previously you would have seen first picks on big play heroes like Tidehunter. Now you would see more often, Troll Warlord, Sniper, and Juggernaut often in the first picks. If not those three cores, you would see the best supports for them. Vengeful Spirit, #1 pick right now in this meta. Overtook Skywrath Mage in just the past few months, right?
What was that? Overtook his own boyfriend.
Overtook her own boyfriend in the last few months. And of course, Axe, you have that 3.2 second disable through Magic Immunity, just so disgusting. And Lion. Yeah, Lion was actually popular. More popular than Vengeful Spirit around 2 months ago, I think, or 3 months ago. But now, I think, Vengeful Spirit and Lion are the top picks in supports right now. And we've seen those. We've seen a Troll Warlord, Sniper, Lion, and Vengeful Spirit. Very predictable. So, the next bans, let's check out. We saw the Tidehunter ban come out from Jonas with Friends, very reasonable. Ravage is still one of the best spells in the game, no matter how hard you nerf it. I don't think that there's really a way you can sabotage Tidehunter so much that a Ravage, a wide AoE stun, is useless in the game. And then we see Star Spirit. Star Spirit is particularly interesting because he's a mid-hero, really popular right now, but did not really receive any significant buffs in the past updates.
Yeah, but even though he being popular its own in this meta, so banning this Storm Spirit actually helps. It gives them that assurance that Troll Warlord won't just be picked off during the mid game.
No. It's K7T that banned out the Storm Spirit.
Oh, sorry.
So they want to protect their sniper.
Yeah, they want to protect their sniper. Sorry for that.
Yeah, very reasonable. If the sniper gets farmed all the way up to the 30-minute, 35-minute mark, then it's practically game over. The best bet against the sniper is actually, at this stage, Troll Warlord with the Blink Dagger.
5 seconds.
Yeah, it is. You need to take down that sniper really quickly at the start of the engagement, or else that damage is just going to overcome your team bit by bit. And
so do you think they're going to go for 2 cores in this game?
Yeah, definitely. Everyone goes 2 cores now. I've yet to see a popular team that forgoes altogether the multi-core lineup that is so prevalent today. And it all boils down to the comeback mechanics, the gold mechanics of the game lately. The game is designed to give you bursts of gold, especially when you're turning fights around towards the end game. And of course, who can benefit more from those bursts of gold than carries, right? So yeah, we see the silencer ban out. Silencer, I can understand if they're planning to get some big plays in, or maybe they're fearful for the core silencer. Yeah, they didn't see the mid pick before then, but now it's the Shadow Fiend. Almost definitely gonna be mid, unless they want to run the sniper mid. Sniper mid is, yeah, it's okay depending on what kind of hero you're gonna go against. You can actually vary the build of sniper depending on who he's gonna lane against. But against the Queen of Pain, I think the better bet for K7T is that they run the Shadow Fiend in. The sniper is not really too tanky, easier to kill, and doesn't really have much burst compared to the Shadow Fiend. The Shadow Fiend, you'll be afraid to blink in the presence of the Shadow Fiend because you might just get out DPS'd by those Shadow Races. So Shadow Fiend versus Queen of Pain is probably the safest bet for your mid matchup. And the next pick is going to be Trent Protector for K7T. Trent, what do you think of Trent lately?
Well, at the very least, I think he's the poor man's Tidehunter. So since Tidehunter was banned out, the nearest thing you can get to him is actually Trent Protector. So it's a wide range ult that keeps everybody in place. So you don't really get that damage, you don't really get that much strength and as much as utility as the other skills of Tidehunter gives a team. But then you know Trent Protector is a more defensive Tidehunter in many ways. So maybe it's just them trying to figure out a way of trying to deal with that ban on Tidehunter.
Yeah, but I would disagree with you there. I actually think that Trent Protector is the superior pick in this current meta. Trent Protector is, of course, very defensive, living armor. The only skill right now, once again, after Omni Knight's ultimate was removed, had the damage building heal, had the building heal removed. Now, once again, Trent Protector's living armor is the only skill that can repair tower HP in the game. So you have that ability to outlast your opponent through battle of attrition, right? Keep your towers alive, let your sniper farm for 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes, and then turn the tide of the game around. And aside from that, you have Trent Protector's free wards when he gets an Aghanims. So it's not really unusual to see a farming offlane Trent Protector nowadays trying to rush that Aghanims. Free wards, right? And yeah, permanent wards. So that gives much bigger presence for Trent Protector towards the late game compared to a Tidehunter who might get easily countered by BKBs. Also, Trent Protector overgrowth goes to BKBs.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, it does. The overgrowth goes through BKB if the BKB has been triggered before. If you trigger the overgrowth, the BKB can purge the overgrowth. But if the BKB is active, then the overgrowth can root through that BKB, which allows your sniper to pick on that Troll Warlord before he can do much damage. So great choice with the Trent Protector. The last bans came out. It's the Puck and the Earthshaker. Yeah, they don't want any more team fight, both sides going to each other in this lineup. And we're going to have the last 10 seconds here for K7T to pick not really another core, perhaps another support. Centaur Warrunner, there we go. Somewhat core, somewhat support, can go either way. Very tanky, good positioning for heroes, especially when you're dealing with a sniper and vengeful spirit. These heroes are really dependent on positioning, and positioning can make or break the play that K7T want to execute here, especially with a Trent Protector, Shadow Fiend, yeah, Shadow Friend.
And now, actually, you know what? Centaur Warrunner's ultimate gives the sniper additional range, in a manner of speaking. So you don't just have a sniper trying to run around kiting everybody. You can actually have a sniper that can move from a short distance almost instantly because of that ultimate.
Okay, but Jonas' with friends is gonna go with the Sand King. Okay, so the Sand King is probably there to burst down the sniper, vengeful spirit, or Shadow Fiend without much complication early on in the team fights. But later on, as these heroes get tankier, maybe we'll see Sand King lose some of his utility. But still, they have the Phoenix. Phoenix is one of the better heroes in this current meta, I would say. Actually, it's hard to deal with the Phoenix when you're going up against a Troll Warlord or Queen of Pain. You have that Phoenix ultimate, the egg. You need 11 attacks at level 11, is it? Let me just check a while. It's Yeah, 5-8-11. 5-8-11 attacks. So when you need to dispense those 11 attacks, do those 11 attacks go to the Phoenix? Or do they go to the Troll Warlord or the Quop? You're not really sure what to do about those, right? Because you need to take down either the Phoenix. So it really puts you in a bad spot either way. So that's why Phoenix is really a shining hero in this current meta. So let's move into the game. The game started. Both teams are moving, and quickly we have a smoke. But let's introduce the teams first. Jonas with friends. We have on the Lion, the Giver on the Sand King, Panic, Xfinity on the Troll Warlord, Shapo on the Queen of Pain, and on the Phoenix, it's gonna be Memories, yes? And they're gonna place a ward here on the jungle. On the top side, we have no smoke here, but trying to secure this top rune, it's gonna be FTP on the Centaur, Warrunner, Howling on the Trend Protector, Passy on the Vengeful Spirit. On the Shadow Fiend mid, it's gonna be Quack SE. And LED on the Sniper. No. Is Sniper going to go mid? Or is he going to move bot?
We're trying to see. Yeah. So we actually see both teams getting to position for the minute 0 rune. And so those are 2 bounty runes, by the way, for those of you who are not that familiar yet. And we can actually see they're not trying. Both teams just decided on not engaging each other. They know that, you know, there's a tendency for the Radiant team to go for the top instead of the bottom. And the same thing goes for the Dire team. And they just let each other be. So that's free experience and gold for certain heroes for each team.
Yeah, so we're moving into the laning phase. Everyone's getting into position. Right now, yeah, we do see the Shadow Fiend and Queen of Pain mid matchup as predicted. And on the other sides, we have a dual lane versus a tri lane. On the top lane, we have Vengeful Spirit and Centaur Warrunner here on the off lane. And for the safe lane, Dire safe lane, it's going to be a Troll Warlord protected by the Sand King and the Lion. Now this is a deadly lineup. Troll Warlord with 2 stuns, 3 stuns actually on the with the Lion and the Sand King. So they'll be able to take down maybe the Vengeful Spirit, maybe a harder time on the Centaur Warrunner. But yeah, in this lane, K7T need to be more careful. They take down a ward here, which is very nice for them. So that's going to give them more space to breathe here against the tri lane. On the bottom lane, we have a solo safe lane Sniper going against a solo off lane Phoenix. So this shouldn't be much of a problem. Maybe actually the Phoenix might be able to get a leg up on the Sniper if he goes aggressive against the Sniper with those Fire Spirits at level 3 and the Icarus dive. But just nearby is the Trend Protector. Trend Protector ready to protect this Sniper. Actually hasn't skilled the level 1 ability yet, so could be living armor just in case the Phoenix decides to go for an early dive against the Sniper.
You can actually see that the offlaners are pretty confident in how they want to play their lanes. You see this Phoenix just moving forward earlier, more than expected, and you can actually see the same thing coming in for the Centaur Warrunner. So you know that these guys are pretty familiar on how they want to play their hero.
Yeah, exactly. They're pretty confident, especially this Phoenix. Phoenix isn't really too afraid of the Sniper. Can actually escape through the shrapnel. Typically, you don't want to be standing too close to a Sniper, even at an early level, because the 3 charges of shrapnel can easily tear through your HP with the Sniper proccing some headshots on you. But yeah, Phoenix has that Icarus dive, so is confident in her ability to be able to escape in case anything bad happens. And the Trend Protector is still at level 1 here on the prowl on the bottom lane. Meanwhile, the Vengeful Spirit is moving nearby. Perhaps they want to make a move on the Phoenix here at the bottom lane. But no, they're spotted already. So the Phoenix sees something is up here, sees the tri lane. Gonna play a bit more cautious from here on out.
And actually, I want to commend K7T here for even daring to play a Shadow Fiend against this lineup.
Yeah, Shadow Fiend really susceptible to burst, right?
And he's actually very farm dependent. Hang on, we see something coming up the top lane. FTP stunning Giver, but Giver slows in the Hex, and he will not be able to finish off the Lion easy enough. He actually saw an opening. He knew that this lane was pushed because all of his creeps were able to come close to the tower without any counter push coming in from the enemy creeps. So he knew that the Lion was vulnerable and went for the kill, but no, the Lion just has too many disables for the support.
Yeah, already has 2 disables at level 2. So that's the utility that Lion brings. Actually, pretty useful from level 1, even level 2 onwards. But level 3, you have 3 separate skills that are great at level 1 and equally annoying.
Now we see Bounty Rune getting getting picked up here by the Queen of Pain, and this is actually key because this Bounty Rune actually gives so much kind of dynamic. Adds this level of depth and dynamic to the game in such a way that you now have that free 100 golden experience easily. We see a teamfight come. We might actually see an engagement here at the bottom river. Living armor coming in from the Trend Protector, securing Passy here, allowing him to survive further. But the Queen of Pain has haste, and Howling actually tries to help Passy, but the first blood is being drawn by the Queen of Pain with just all the auto attacks and the haste rune, and that damage, DOT damage coming in from the Shadow Strike. So wonderful play there from Xiapo and just catching the Vengeful Spirit off.
Yeah, that was actually a bad play from the Vengeful Spirit. Do we have a replay on that moment? If we have a replay on the Vengeful Spirit trying to get that rune.
Yeah, but we'll catch up to that later. So it's actually very bad.
Well, that was the replay of the first blood, but we kind of missed the moment earlier on. The Vengeful Spirit was there already at the rune spot over here, and he hesitated for a moment. He saw the Queen of Pain. He could have gotten that haste rune first, and if he did, he could have gotten maybe a kill here on the bottom lane on the Phoenix with the sniper. But he stuttered. He stuttered for a second, and he just let that rune get taken by the Queen of Pain. So misplay from him, and that cost the Vengeful Spirit and K7T the first.
Okay, Xiapo is actually on level 6 here, just being brave enough, diving into the middle lane on top of Quack XE. Quack SE is being held out by the Trend Protector. The Living Armor is just kind of giving this Queen of Pain a lot of hesitation on finishing him off, because I think even one charge of that Living Armor can block off the ultimate entirely. And we see a rotation coming in for the top lane. Trend Protector with the Passy, finding Panic here. Sand King stun, going away, trying to run away with a stun. Wonderful disable there coming in from Giver. Shadow Strike stun coming in from the Dire team. Howling trying to survive with the Living Armor. Will he survive? Ultimate coming in with the Screen of Pain, and that's the second kill for JWF. Lion will die to that stun, and now a response stun coming in from Center Warner finishes the enemies off, and now it's between the Shadow Queen and the Queen of Pain again. Queen of Pain realizing that she doesn't have any damage to finish this. Auto attacks, and now Quack as he's struggling to survive. The bottle charges will help him out. Infinity coming in on top of Passy with this whirling blades, whirling axes, and Passy's Living Armor charge is going to help him save himself. So wonderful play there, wonderful team fight actually, but I think JWF comes up on top.
Yeah, so that was 2 for 2?
2 for 2, I think. Yeah.
Or was it the 2 for 3? The ones who died were the... Did the Centaur die?
I think it was 2 for 2 because before this it was a kill on the Venture Spirit. And now we have a 2-4 score, so forgive me if my math was wrong. But anyway, we see here this that last engagement has given JWF more space on all lanes actually.
Yeah, right now top and farm is Queen of Pain. Actually, they didn't move much here in the bottom lane. This Phoenix is having a hard time against the Sniper. Now that the Sniper's gotten to level 7, already has max shrapnel and face boots. Phoenix is not going to be able to deal with it. He's actually used the first Supernova already at cooldown, but didn't kill or did not even die at that yet. So net worth, yeah, we see the top with Queen of Pain, just because she's been virtually uncontested here on mid. But Shadow Fiend isn't really too far behind, and the Sniper is doing fine as well, 3,000. Troll Warlord a bit behind, 2,700. Pretty odd since he was actually in a defensive tri lane. So yeah, good job there for the Centaur Warrunner being able to zone out the Troll Warlord enough to give him a bit of delay in terms of farming this early on in the game.
So, what do you think would be the next key move there from K7T? I mean, we actually see technically just based on the score, they're actually losing this part of the game. So how do you think they should be able to come back? What do you think is the key, or what do you think are the key items that they should be waiting for? Oh, hang on. Before you answer that question, we see a TP coming in from Kidopane at the top, and this Shadow Fiend just being too obnoxious with that Haste Rune coming in on top of the Lion, who, by the way, has 2 disables. How can that Shadow Fiend forget that? And Kidopane TPs in and finishes him off with an ultimate.
Yeah, so bad movement there coming from Shadow Fiend. I don't think he should be alone. I think the only way for him to get kills at this stage in the game is to have it set up with the Centaur Warrunner or the Vengeful Spirit.
Oh, while we were busy, actually, Phoenix finds a kill on the sniper. So, not really looking good for K7T. 2 of their cores are actually falling.
Yeah, so, wow, that was surprising considering that Phoenix was the one being zoned out earlier on. The Phoenix didn't even have to use the Supernova. Supernova is still off cooldown. So I don't know what happened there.
FTP trying to get the stun here on Phoenix, but he suddenly realized he doesn't have enough HP. He was counting on the living armor to heal him up, and now he will be able to run away. Maybe Supernova coming in for Phoenix and gets another killing spree there on the Phoenix on the offlaner, and this is very big for JWF.
Yeah, that Supernova just so effective. Even at this early level, 5 attacks. Who has 5 attacks within 6 seconds? Yeah, if you have a slow attacking hero like Trench Protector or Centaur Warrunner, you're not gonna pull that off by yourself. You need maybe 2 or 3 of your heroes to be able to take down that Phoenix within 4 seconds or so, or before the 6-second duration of the Phoenix Supernova expires. Right now we have an invisibility on Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, I think he's trying to go on top of this Troll Warrior, waiting for his teammates. He's going to pop his ultimate there, but no, it was actually very off. He didn't have enough souls and that didn't deal enough damage there on Infinity. So, I don't know, K7T seems a little bit too nervous playing tonight. And meanwhile, here at the Dire Jungle, we see an engagement coming in. Blink coming from QSC, misses the first raise there. Health Box coming in from Infinity, restoring his HP. Now Howling will fall. The captain of K7T just died in a meaningless sash. So it's a 2-for-0 exchange there in favor of the Dire team.
Yeah, so K7T, it still looks like they're
another kill there for Phoenix. Eek. This is not really how K7T would like to play their early game, especially since they have a Shadow Fiend in their lineup.
Yeah, if you notice K7T, they've rotated every hero in their lineup except the Shadow Fiend. And actually, the Shadow Fiend tried to gank there on the top lane twice already. So the sniper a while ago was at the bottom lane. Now here in the middle lane, jungle. The off-laner Centaur Warrunner died now twice here at the bottom lane. And the Vengeful Spirit and the Trench Protector just moving about, trying to find their place in the map. But the heroes of JWF, they can stand alone in the lanes. Troll Warlord, Troll Warlord, quite tanky and able to run away on his own, face boots and the bonus move speed from the Berserker's Rage. And yeah, Queen of Pain doesn't really need explanation. Queen of Pain just stays where she is until 4 heroes try to gank her, but she has Blink, so you can't really deal with that early on in the game. And Phoenix, you can't kill Phoenix with just 1 or 2 heroes, maybe even, just because of that Supernova. And Phoenix can harass you out of lane because of those Fire Spirits. So I think we have more solid lineup coming in from JWF. If you look closely, it's not even following the multi-core lineup. Yeah, these are all heroes that don't need farm except for the Troll Warlord. The other heroes are farm independent. Queen of Pain we've seen quite lately. Oh, here the Phoenix. They're making a move on Phoenix.
Yeah, make a move. Phoenix tried to go for the wraparound, but no, won't be able to do so. Everybody else in his team is actually out of position. So I don't know what he was trying to go for that, but maybe just the additional vision, because for some reason they can't see everybody on the map. Prior to that engagement, to that small engagement, there was just only the sniper visible on the map and the Shadow Fiend in the middle, and everybody else was missing. So they probably felt like, something must be brewing. So they went. Phoenix just went for it.
Yeah, but yeah, in terms of heroes, we see much more farm independent heroes from JWF. Lion, Sand King. These guys don't need farm. Maybe just the Blink Dagger or Mana Boots. But after that, they're good. Sand King already has the Blink Dagger.
We actually have a Dagon pickup here on Queen of Pain. So you know when the Queen of Pain picks up Dagon, she knows she has more farm than you.
Yeah, the Queen of Pain being confident right now in her farm advantage over the opponent. But really, she's the only one with a net worth advantage over the enemy. Yeah, Shadow Fiend and Sniper actually still doing alright. Still with respectable net worth, second and third place in the farm charts. And we're 14 minutes into the game. Can we take a look at the goal graph? Net worth right now. Oh, it's 4,000 in favor of Jonas with Friends. It's a lead, yeah. It's a significant lead, maybe. 14 minutes into the game, but by no means does this mean that Jonas with Friends is locked in for a win. We've seen games with 10,000 gold turnarounds in just one team fights, and that is no means an exaggeration. Those things do happen. So 4,000 lead, yeah, it shows that JWF is ahead right now, but does not necessarily mean that they're going to win this all the way.
And you know what the biggest problem here is, I think that K7T doesn't really have enough map control for them to be able to move and roam around the map more easily. Because you actually see them, the way that they move here is that everybody just trying to protect the Shadow Fiend because they know that Shadow Fiend might actually die any moment.
Yeah, so that's the disadvantage of your Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend is not really able to move away or move on his own, unlike the Queen of Pain. You really need to protect that Shadow Fiend, especially with these heroes with so many disables. You have the Lion with 2, the Sand King with 1, and then you also have your Slow from the Queen of Pain and lots of burst. And these heroes, Jonas with Friends, oh, they lose the Troll Warlord here in the top lane. Well played. It was the Centaur Warrunner and the Shadow Fiend, looks like. Yeah, it was a Requiem of Souls activated on that Troll Warlord. So they got a kill on that Troll. Very important kill. Killing their carry this early on in the game. Much needed breather for K7T.
So enough space there. Gives them enough. I think this is going to, more than that, it gives them that confidence that, hey, at least we were able to pick off their carry. So there's this small minute, there's a small frame that they will be able to move around properly. Okay. So now, we see all the teams, we see both teams just trying to turtle out the next few minutes and get some farming. So okay, if you see it carefully, if you look at the map carefully, we can see the confidence in JWF just not being too aggressive. They're trying to stay behind the river line because they absolutely know that they are ahead. And because of that, the only thing that they have to do is ensure that the team K7T will not be able to farm or just have that map control that they take that map control that JWF has. Okay, at the bottom lane, we see an engagement coming in. This Memory trying to look for the Trend Protector. He knows that Trend Protector is just somewhere beside the trees, and Trend Protector tried to hide himself and successfully does so. So. Again, it's not that you might think that it's not a big deal that this Trend Protector was not killed, but it's that aggression, it's that forcing the enemy to become more defensive and thus gain less farm that counts. Yeah,
so Trend Protector, 1,000 gold right now. If my hunches served me correctly, then it's just going to be 150 gold before Trend Protector buys that point booster, which I think he should transition into an Aghanim's. But now he picked up a Bounty Rune, very fortuitous right there. And just maybe 50 more gold until he can buy that point booster. I'm not sure if he wants to go for Mana Boots or a Blink instead, but...
oh, hang on. Sniper is actually getting caught here in the Radiant jungle and getting bursted down with the Dragon with all the... Didn't have to use the ultimate there for King of Pain. Supernova coming in from Phoenix to just shoo away everybody, put them out of... throw them out of position. Passy and Quackasty trying to run away here. And Blinks coming in from Chapo, just locking down, chasing everybody down. Eventually, it's that 2 for EleetxRappler so far, and Shadow Fiend cannot re-engage because he doesn't have enough hit points left. Chapo keeps chasing everybody down and just finds this, almost that kill on the Trend Protector, and finds the kill on top of Howling instead. And this Queen of Pain is absolutely devastating. He didn't even need. The remainder of his team is just 3 of them wiping out. How many was that? Was that 4 heroes?
It was the Vengeful Spirit, the Sniper first, the Sniper, the Venji, the Trent, and the Shadow Fiend.
So yes, 4 heroes.
Yeah, but the Lion helped. It was the Finger of Death that took down the Shadow Fiend.
Now we actually see the first tier 2 tower going down for K7T. So this means that JWF is just sitting on a lot of gold, tons of gold, really.
Yeah, so that advantage by the sniper and Shadow Fiend in terms of farm is now gone. Right now, Troll Warlord and Phoenix are both ahead of the sniper in terms of gold. So let's take the gold graph right now. 10,000 in favor of Jonas with friends. And EXP as well, 10,000. So maybe 4,000 really wasn't too much of an indicator, but now 10,000, yeah, that's pretty much more confident sign that Jonas with friends is really taking this game.
And you can see JWF, as you have mentioned during the introduction, they are very, very systematic in their approach in the game. So you see, whenever they get a kill, notice that they return to this minute or so of just farming and just concentrating, focusing on getting their next set of items up. So this is actually their key to success. And it's very effective, actually. It's objective-based gaming, really.
Yeah, right now you look at K7T, they actually haven't taken down any tier 1 tower. And they've lost 3 towers, including 1 tier 2.
And that's before the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, before the 20-minute mark. And they have a Trend Protector. The Trend Protector is supposed to be there to keep your towers up. But yeah, pretty surprising that they've lost so much ground on towers, considering that they have very defensive heroes such as Centaur Warrunner, Trend Protector, and even the Benchy and Sniper are heroes that are quite suited for defending.
Yeah, and I think it all boils down to how heavy, how hard it is to take care of a Shadow Fiend. He doesn't really go online as fast, even if he has enough levels. And on top of that, he actually needs so many items. He needs so many items in order to win the game, just gain presence. And we have a pause coming in from K7T to assist in the disconnection of one of their teammates. So we'll wait for Howling to come back.
Yeah, so we have pause for a while the Trend Protector is
okay.
Okay, so we're on camera.
Oh, wow. On camera again. So what do you think? Do you think that K7T could have done a better choice in not choosing a Shadow Fiend?
I think it was a Shadow Fiend that's actually the weak link in their lineup. Otherwise, it's pretty solid. You have the Trend Protector, the Sniper, and the Vengeful Spirit. All very good heroes in this current meta. Trend Protector, actually a favorite of Puppy from Navi. Recently brought into light because of that very, very useful overgrowth. But now we're back into the game. We have smoke coming in from K7T. I think they want this turnaround. They want a good team fight. Maybe just one would be enough to bring them back into the game. Right now they have nothing. This tier 1 tower isn't even down. If this tower was down, then maybe they'd have a bit more allowance to move through the map. But for now,
oh, hang on, a smoke coming in from K7T, and they actually will find this Phoenix here. Panic trying to get into position. Just gets a single hero on that stun, but he will actually survive. Lion finds a kill on the Trend Protector, and now K7T is on the run. Centaur Warner is able to find a kill on Sand Kingdom, but Kino Fate on a monster kill streak. Find the kill on Sniper and Phoenix, and that Vengeful Spirit. We actually still have one here on the run. FTP trying to get a kill on Chapo, trying to fight at least with, trying to gain something from this lost engagement, but no, it's a 1-for-4 exchange in favor of JWF. So bad engagement there for K7T.
Yeah, that was really painful. We were talking about the teams a while ago. K7T is really known for their ability to make comebacks out of games. They're quite resilient, and typically that would have been a sort of turning moment for them. That smoke was actually a well-planned move. It would actually have brought them back into the game, since they do have 2 cores, and that would have been a very viable way for them to position themselves and take some ground out of Jonas with Friends' hands. But it failed, I think, mostly because they had the misfortune of encountering Phoenix first.
Yes.
If it was not Phoenix, then they could have had a good fight, a better fight.
Yeah, I agree.
But they got Phoenix Supernovas. Now what do? That's the
it's a bigger issue.
Yeah, that's what Phoenix brings. As we've said earlier, it's more annoying than Wraith King actually. And they're gonna take this first Roshan.
And of course, the Troll Warlord picks it up, and this Warlord is very, very farmed. I think is he going for a Satanic? He has a Morbid Mask and just 1-5 gold. So I don't know what he's aiming for, but seems like it's a good option, don't you think so?
Yeah, I think Troll Warlord would do well going for a Satanic right now because the only viable means of killing him that K7T have is burst damage from the Shadow Fiend, I would suppose. If they can get the Requiem on top of him.
And now JWF have their own, makes a move with their own smoke. They find the Strength Protector moving along. Strength Protector foolishly TPs in the open. And of course, the Queen of Pain and the Lion takes him away.
Yeah, you really have no choice there at that point. So I guess it was his last gamble to just try to TP away.
Yeah. So the worst position that you can find yourself as a Strength Protector in is, you know, not beside a tree.
Yeah, especially here, you're in the middle of nowhere.
Oh yeah, there was supposed to be one there, right?
No. There are no trees here.
Oh, okay.
In this area.
So now we see a push coming from JWF, and I think this will be a lost tier to tower for K7T.
Yeah, I don't know how K7T can actually defend here. I think their best option was, like earlier, gank. Try to get 1 or 2 heroes off and then just find themselves space to farm. But here, when they're facing a frontal assault with 5 heroes, I don't think they can do much. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. And Lion goes in. Extreme Pain hits 3 heroes. Phoenix goes in with his ultimate and will actually find the kill. The Sand King will fall. Will take Strength Protector. Strength Protector will fall. Queen of Pain finds the kill in Center Warner. And now 2 heroes are dead. That Queen of Pain is on Godlike. Great play coming in from JWF.
Lots of heroes unload the Shadow Fiend.
Oh, Shadow Fiend is alone, has the BKB, pops the BKB, also in the ultimate, finds a kill. I think, no, it's actually, it goes to the Radiant, and at least he was able to shoo dying heroes away. Shadow Fiend finds a kill on the Lion. From the creeps? I don't know what happened.
Through the trees, he used the Shadow Rays.
Oh, okay. Wonderful play.
Good shot by the Shadow Fiend, actually. Guessed the blink of the Lion.
So, yeah, so now we're moving to, this is well into the mid game where K7T should be able to find those opportunities to make a comeback.
Yeah, so that was a great play by the Shadow Fiend, actually. Was able to take down 2 heroes. Very much needed space for the Shadow Fiend at this point in the game. Is now back on the top of the board. It's now at 2nd place, but next, right on top of that, is Queen of Pain. 4,000 gold, 5,000 gold almost ahead on top of the Shadow Fiend. So while the Shadow Fiend and the Troll Warlord are quite close, the Queen of Pain is still 4,000 gold ahead. And what can you do about the Queen of Pain?
Oh, she didn't go forth with the upgrading the diagram. So she knows that mobility is key and goes for the Boots of Travel instead.
Yeah. The bright side here for K7T, however, is that the Queen of Pain really doesn't scale well. Later on, we might see a Queen of Pain with just a Hex. I think, yeah, the Hex is probably going to be the most important item for a Queen of Pain. Maybe she'll start transitioning into those kind of items. A Hex and... oh, here we have a Gank.
We have CM engagement in the middle lane, but now everybody will just retreat. They know that this isn't an ideal way. Everybody's just not prepared. Everybody's out of position. But Phoenix goes in with the Icarus dive and lands right on top of the Center Warner. And the Wicked Streak goes to the Vengeful Spirit. And Queen of Pain, however, responds with an ultimate and takes 2 heroes. That's 2 for 2 so far. We now see a continuous engagement here. Queen of Pain trying to find the other heroes. Just Lion ready with that blink and the stun. He's waiting for the Hex for it to come in for the Queen of Pain to follow up with. And Troll Warlord chasing everybody down, gets OG'd by the Trend Protector, has the Haste Rune, ultimate coming in from Sniper. Will it be enough to kill him? Oh wow, it's that easy to disjoint the Snipe? Okay then, he will survive.
And that wouldn't have killed him. That was only a level 2 Assassinate. So he's well above the threshold for that Assassinate kill. But yeah, let's take a look at the Blink Daggers here. We have... we have Blink Daggers on the Centaur, on the Shadow Fiend, on the Lion, the Sand King, the Troll.
Oh, okay, so dagger. Everybody has...
And the Queen of Pain has her own Blink,
yeah.
So this is a blinky, very blinky kind of game. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blinks in the game. And maybe you can count Phoenix's Icarus dive as well. But yeah, we have a ton of mobility from Jonas with friends. All of them can blink in a moment's instance, and that is a really big threat against your heroes, against your core, Sniper and Shadow Fiend, both are particularly squishy. And remember what I said earlier in the draft, that the best way for a troll to counter the sniper is to get the Blink Dagger. And yeah, we've seen that in action. He almost would have killed the sniper if it weren't for the Vengeful Spirit's swap save. So, 28 minutes into the game, let's see the pulse of the game. Looking at the net worth, yeah, it dove almost into the 20,000 gold advantage for Jonas with Friends, but a bit of a spring back here for K7T. Still hovering at around 17,000 gold deficit, and an EXP earned 15,000 gold deficit in favor of Jonas with Friends. But hey, we've seen bigger comebacks, we've seen bigger turnarounds, and with K7T, a team this resilient, I believe that if anyone wants to pull off a comeback so badly, it would be K7T. And yeah, I think they have the will for it. They're gonna try their hardest to fight for that.
And this Shadow Fiend, yeah, and this Shadow Fiend, even though he actually fell out of favor with regards to the net worth, he's actually not so bad. He's on the 3rd position, and even though his team is getting stomped absolutely for the first 20 minutes, he still has this 10,000 gold worth of items and experience.
Yeah, but imagine, you can put the entirety of the net worth differential within the Queen of Pain.
Oh, yeah.
17,000 gold. So take a look at the gold graph. Yeah, 17,000 gold difference. That's all in the Queen of Pain. You can have the Troll Warlord and the Shadow Fiend tied, the Phoenix and the Sniper tied, but the Queen of Pain is just standing there with no counterpart.
Panic finds Centaur Warrunner here, throws in the stun. Centaur Warrunner goes for the ultimate. He gets Living Armored. And while 3 heroes are chasing him down, he goes for the blink away. And now 4 heroes are coming in. They know that the Shadow Fiend is up top, near the top lane. So I don't know if they'll try to chase him down. So now Shadow Fiend just playing it safe, just trying to be very, very quiet about this. And he's actually very out of position. Now Queen of Pain picks up the side of Vice. So this is, wow, this is very, very hard to deal with. Not only is Queen of Pain able to take everybody out in K7T in a matter of seconds, everybody who remains after a clash will have to deal with the side of Vice from the kill piece. So eek, not really a good position to be in for K7T.
Yeah, so Blink side of Vice will literally spell death to anyone she catches out alone, or even if they're not alone, as the rest of Jonas with Friends can easily blink in on a moment's notice.
Now, what I don't understand from JWF is that they're really taking their time, not pushing here, not pushing forward K7T. Do you think it has something to do with the last team fight where they quote-unquote lost or not really went as planned?
Yeah, maybe they need a little bit more confidence in trying to push higher ground. They still actually have to take care of 2 tier 2 towers on the Radiant side. But right now they spot the Roshan. Queen of Pain sees the Roshan. So that's a window for them. That's an opportunity for them. It's probably going to be the Troll Warlord taking that Aegis just so he can YOLO into the enemy base. Yeah, against the Sniper or the Shadow Fiend.
So they're going to, after this Rosh, I think it's going to be the push, right?
Yeah, I would say so. In terms of item progressions, we haven't really seen much for K7T. Sniper doesn't really have too much hard-hitting items. Yeah, has the SNY, has the Mask of Madness, but all of these are for speed, not really for increasing the damage of Sniper, not really Maelstrom, or not really an MKB. Yeah, good against a Troll Warlord, or a Desolator even, yeah. So, yeah, we see
both teams are just playing it very, very carefully. I mean, nobody's even attempting to do anything aggressive. So I think this is where both teams fall off in terms of how they play. So JWF will not make their next move until the next objective is met. And meanwhile, you have K7T still stuck in that phase where they're trying to adapt to how JWF plays.
Yeah. Phoenix picked up a refresher.
Oh, okay, good. So that's 2 supernovas you have to deal with.
2
Wonderful
supernovas.
play.
And now it's a level 16, level 3 supernova. So 11 hits in 6 seconds.
Oh, but I don't think Phoenix has enough mana to support 2 ultimates. He only has 700 mana. No, Vengeful picks off the Lion there. This Strength Protector throwing in his OG locks the Queen of Pain and the Sand King in place. Quack SE throws his ultimate, not going to be able to do that significant damage. Finds the kill on the Phoenix right there, and now it's a 1-for-3 exchange in favor of K7T. Double kill there on the Vengeful Spirit, and now Jonas with friends panicking. This Troll Warlord falls to the Shadow Fiend, and now, whoa, wonderful play. Queen of Pain might actually get killed. The godlike streak goes to the sniper. Wonderful play. There's just so much gold coming in from them, and now Troll Warlord is trying to run away. Oops, that raise actually missed. And wow, it's a big turnaround. It's 2-4-4, and you have the streaks.
Oh, look at that.
To you.
Over 5,000 gold turn. Fight recap. Wow, that's 4,700 gold. Even if they lost the sniper, that was a big win. And this is what we're talking about when we say that comebacks are real. Comebacks are possible. And here we have an instant replay.
And we can actually see there that everybody from JWF is just panicking, especially after the Lion pickoff, because the 2 stuns that they were relying on, the 2 disables, were gone. And the Shadow Fiend with that Shadow Blade and the BKB just protecting him from all the spells. And that's Shrapnel coming in from a sniper with the living armor, just giving him absolute position and defensive capabilities. And the Queen of Pain there, you can see it right there, that she's panicking, she didn't know what to do. Oh, and she used the blink just to run away, because what else could she do? So great play there from K7T. And this is exactly where K7T is very good.
Yeah. If you can get one team fight out of that from K7T, then you can be sure that K7T still has more up in their sleeve. They're really looking to turn this game around. I'm sure that all of these players can feel that this game is gonna turn towards their favor if they just persevere a bit more.
Yes, so K7T is really giving us a show. So we see somebody coming in. Oh no, Lion gets picked off again, and this Phoenix, did he just use the refresher? Or he falls against Scepter Warner, goes for a double kill. This Sand King will fall 3-0. JWF is panicking. They are absolutely they're off their game. Suddenly off their game after that last team fight.
Another 4,000 gold swing in favor of K7T. This is just rubber banding mechanics.
Yeah.
Some people say that isn't the rubber banding isn't real. I don't think that that's correct. It is pretty much real, and we can see the comeback is real here. Still over 10,000 gold behind, but hey, if they can work being 20,000 gold behind, then they can still work being 12,000 gold behind. Don't you think so?
Yes, and you know how things work in Dota, right? It doesn't really matter how much gold you have or how much push advantage you have. It depends on how much items and how much resources are actually on a certain hero. So for example, if this sniper gets a huge chunk of that gold difference that they received from the previous team fights, then you know they're going to they're really going to win this game in the late game.
Yeah, especially since your largest net worth carrier is the Queen of Pain, and the Queen of Pain is not really a tanky hero. Look at that, the Queen of Pain actually bought a plate mail just to counteract the negative armor effects from the Shadow Fiend's presence of the Dark Lord.
So I think this might be a Shiva's guard. Smoke coming in from K7T. They are now confident to just invade the enemy territory. They might actually see the Lion again. Oh no, this Lion is always out of position. Oh, but FTP fails the stun. Stuns in place. Failed to blink on top of the Lion. Was too nervous. Actually misclicked probably.
Yeah, actually that should have been a Wave of Terror instead first. Just so you cancel out the blink.
Oh yeah, that's true. So I guess everybody was just too surprised that they didn't have any wards there. So they were surprised the smoke got cancelled. They were probably planning to go from the river to the jungle just to check out what the Troll Ward is up. And now you see JWF being aggressive. They are now converging in the middle lane, and I think they want to go for a push.
Yeah, maybe their minds are saying something like, guys, we need to push, we need to accomplish something, or else we're going to lose this lead slowly and steadily. Yeah, we've accumulated such a big lead in the last 30 minutes, and we're not going to let that go. So we should make something out of that lead right now. Roshan still at least 2 minutes away from respawning, so they don't have the window for that there. But Troll Warlord does have a a gem through sight. So they're going to be able to see through the shenanigans of the Trend Protector's Nature's guys.
So, and also this works on a fleeing Shadow Fiend. So, all of the since all of the invisibility coming in from K7T is cancelled, is effectively cancelled, K7T might lose that positioning that they were able to gain in the previous team fights, because you might have not noticed it, but the last minute Shadow Blaze, the last minute Nature's guys was actually key for them to be able to position themselves during those long team fights, just like right now. So we see two heroes in hidden by the Nature's guys, and they get spotted. But had they not had that Gem of True Sight, they would have been able to. They would have actually died in the engagement.
Yeah, Jonas with friends actually should have been able to take that team fight, but I guess they kind of got scared by the sniper shrapnel. By the shrapnel, yeah? That's going to be able to zone them out. The 30% slow, even though it's a late game when you don't care about the damage anymore, the 30% slow is still such a hard thing to deal with. You don't want to be standing there, especially since that DOT is going to be preventing you from casting your blink daggers, which 3 of their heroes rely on. So yeah, the inability to blink and get yourself into a good position, yeah, the shrapnel taking that away is enough of a reason for JWF to back off and not seek an engagement, even if they should be clearly ahead.
This refresher pickup from Phoenix is actually, I don't know, it's very optimistic in the sense that I think she's hoping that she will be able to do the refresher because the ultimate will finish.
Yeah, so far it hasn't worked, right?
Yeah, it's actually failing them. So this is kind of looking like a trash pickup, something that they won't be able to use properly. And now K7T is going to give their tier 2 tower away. They didn't want to fight them on this position, and they're going for the defense on the high ground. The question is, will JWF proceed and press on?
Yeah.
And no, they don't. They actually will wait for the Roche.
Yeah, we want to get the Roche. It's going to be up in a minute or so. But they're not going to see it just yet. They're going to find an empty Roche pit and maybe just farm for a bit. Meanwhile, the more they try to postpone the game, the more they give the opportunity for K7T to farm as well.
I don't know what just happened. I'm not sure if JWF just tried to stack this Ancients, but they missed the mark. So I don't know what they really wanted to do there. And now Shiva's Guard. Yes, indeed, the Shiva's Guard coming up for Shapo. And this is going to give them additional damage, AoE damage at the very least, and armor for the King of Pain. But what you really need here is a way to protect your teammates to survive that.
Yeah, you know, I disagree with the Shiva's Guard. Yeah, as I was saying earlier on, Queen of Pain typically transitions from an aggressive ganking hero into a more support-oriented hero towards the late game with lockdowns, with Sight of Vice, and maybe a Shiva's Guard, yeah. But when you're dealing with Shadow Fiend and Sniper and Vengeful Spirit, that physical damage and armor reduction, I don't think that Shiva's Guard is the optimal build for you to get for your team. I think it should have been the Solkiras to boost your team's armor and let them fight longer against the Sniper and the Shadow Fiend.
And we actually get the first tower. K7T gets the first tower of the game.
Oh, by the creeps.
Oh, wonderful play there, Keeps. You are the real MVP.
Yeah, so it's the Catapult, the 6th hero of the team, that takes down the first tower for K7T. But hey, free gold is free gold.
Okay, so now I think JWF has regained their footing. They now have the confidence to push. We can see them going for the mid lane where the remaining tier 2 tower for K7T is standing. Yeah.
So that's the third Roche, and we have a cheese on the Queen of Pain and the Aegis on the Scroll Warlord again. I'm not sure what their game plan is going to be this time. Previously, it was the Phoenix trying to move in with the Supernova.
We actually have a double. Oh, wonderful blink there coming in from Shadow Fiend, but misses the last graze, and Lion will be able to survive. Phoenix goes in with the Supernova. Sand King throws in his ultimate, will able to do the epicenter there before it gets cancelled. Now Shadow Fiend will fall. Double kill there for Sand King. Shadow Fiend buys back there. FTP trying to run away, and this Troll Warlord just doing so much damage with that those auto attacks with the help of Fervor. Center Warner falls, and now they are pushing. Everybody's pushing closer and closer. Chapo uses a cheese, will not fall. It's a die back there for Shadow Fiend. 2 heroes are dead. Center Warner buys back to try to pick up the dying hero. Sniper goes in, throws an ultimate on the Queen of Pain, but will not be able to finish her. So now Troll Warlord also dies, by the way, so that he just gets used at the very least. And wow, I think it was a bad initiation there for K7T. So do you have a replay for that? So let's look at the replay, and we can actually see where Shadow Fiend made a mistake. So there you can see him just going too close to the tower without the help of his teammates, and POP just partying on the backside of the track, throwing the Shiva's Guard, throwing all those AoEs, and that Sand King was able to get his epicenter off. This Center Warner didn't do as much as well because he was busy more than 90% of the time trying to survive, and the buyback coming in for Shadow Fiend didn't actually help because Queen of Pain still had her ultimate.
Dieback.
It was a dieback, guys. So this is not really looking good for K7T. They lost whatever footing they were able to gain.
Yeah, but right now, just right now, the Phoenix died and the Shadow Fiend still dead. But they were able to get something out of killing that Phoenix, and they were able to push out the Queen of Pain. So that's a bit of an advantage going the way of K7T still. Still not out of this game, back again to a 20,000 gold deficit. But they're still fighting. They still haven't lost tier 3. They've lost all outer towers, but they still have all their tier 3s. So they still have a good chance of fighting uphill, since they do have the Vengeful Spirit minus armor and the Presence of the Dark Lord minus armor and the Sniper's range. Yeah, so those are all gonna be a hard thing to deal with when you're going uphill against K7T, right?
So now at the very least, we can see JWF just we can actually see how the way their objective gaming works, right? So they actually see that those weak spots in K7T where K7T becomes too what do you call this? When K7T tends to overextend, especially after a team fight, after coming back with a one team fight. So yeah, a victorious team fight.
Yeah, and I can see them trying to use their line as bait again. A while ago, yeah, they did lose because the Shadow Fiend got baited into jumping on the Lion, right? And the Lion has a Ghost Scepter. Once he pops that Ghost Scepter, there's much limited options for the Shadow Fiend to try and kill this Lion, and that was the perfect bait for them to get the Shadow Fiend really out of position. But right now, we might have an engagement.
Yeah, so the Sand King blinks on the top trying to get the wards off, but Vengeful Spirit spots him, just shoos him away with that Wave of Terror, and everybody backs out.
Alright, so yeah, both teams not really too confident in what they want to do here, or if they really can take a team fight. I'm sure that K7T is well in the right to assume that they should be defensive about this, but Jonas with friends maybe being a bit too overly cautious. You know, if you're gonna let this game drag on, you do have that looming threat of a farmed sniper over your heads.
And actually look at the net worth. This sniper has overtaken the Shadow Fiend in terms of gold. Yeah,
a while ago it was the Shadow Fiend, right? Top farmer for K7T, but right now it's the sniper, and I really do think that it's the sniper that they need to depend on and at this phase of the game.
So sniper has an ultimate ward. This is a Manta style. It's really hard to tell right now because I think it's saving up for buyback, but I guess he's trying to go for that. You think so?
Right now it's either Manta style or of course Scaddy. I would say that it's more favorable for the sniper to go for a Manta style at this point because the Manta style will allow him to get more burst damage off, and you want to deal with those supports as quickly as possible. Phoenix, yes, and the Lion and Sand King as well. The earlier you get rid of them, the less stuns you'll have to deal with in the course of the engagement. Yeah. So I think that should be the proper reasoning for sniper to go for the Manta style. Also, of course, for the added mobility.
Speaking of Scaddy, Troll Warrior just got his
Sniper got a Scaddy.
Oh, Sniper got a Scaddy.
It was a Scaddy instead of the...
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
so it's Scaddy versus Scaddy. Yeah. So it's going to be a very interesting team fight. Although, of course, unless this Troll Warrior will be able to go beside that Sniper, it's not really going. It's free hits for that Dwarf.
Yeah, so I think key here for the Troll Warlord is to stay out of sight relatively until relatively later, and then just blink in on the Sniper. Don't be too eager. If he goes in too eager, then he's gonna be his blink is gonna be deactivated from the damage that he would take from the Sniper, because Sniper does have the shrapnel and the superior range. So he needs to hide that blink. He needs to keep hidden and be able to pull out that blink out of his pocket and just blink right on top of the sniper and take him out early. I think that's what the Troll Warlord should aim to achieve.
So it's just since we're moving into the late game, there's just so much pressure on the cores right now. I don't think they would be able to execute it the way that you just said they should, since right now it's very hard, especially for K7T, to get the supports in position, mostly because of the Shiva's guard and the King of Pain's burst damage. So once you get the supports really out of the way, it's just free kills for your core. So I think the moment that K7T loses that proper positioning, no matter how much that Troll Warlord fails to execute the proper positioning, they would still come out on top after a flash.
Yeah, I think that the engagements are gonna go better now for K7T. You do have a Blink Dagger and a Force Staff on the Vengeful Spirit, so that's gonna be yeah, they're gonna be able to save the sniper either way if someone blinks on top of him. If they don't blink on top of the Vengeful Spirit simultaneously as well.
Yeah.
So Vengeful Spirit has quite a lot in her arsenal in terms of saving her teammates. So yeah, that's a bit of a mitigation for those nasty blinks that Jonas with friends all have.
And now the game is just proceeding too long, and we actually see, is this the 4th Roche up?
I'm not sure if it's the 4th or the 5th.
Yeah, so we now have the Roche up, and I think this is what JWF is waiting for, and now they see it, they spot it because of the Troll Illusion, and they will now come in and take it. And after this, it's obvious we will now, a team fight is imminent.
Yeah, I think K7T know, suddenly everyone's disappeared from the map, but there's really nothing they can do to contest this. So the 4th Roche or 5th, I'm not really sure at this point anymore, is still going to go to Jonas with friends. And I think it's going to be Aegis once again for the Troll Warlord and King of Pain with the cheese.
So, interesting, the Troll Warlord just dropped his Helm of the Dominator. So no lifesteal for him. And yeah, I don't, I'm actually stumped at what Troll Warlord wants to do. There's not really anybody here on his team who can give him additional HP. Does anybody have an Urn of Shadows?
But it's a
good trade-off.
Aegis. He has an Aegis. So I think he's more confident in going all in instead of waiting for regen from lifesteal. I think he just wants to go all in, maybe suicide, and then kill someone else.
Yeah, so Invirun there from Scan King, and he's actually moving into a position. Oh, another disconnect coming here from K7T, so we have to pause the game so we can actually take a little bit of a breather. And so yeah, so it's a surprising turn of events. You actually now see K7T just coming back so much. They were able to extend the game this long, even though they were so much pummeled. At one point, the score was 9-23 in favor of JWF.
Yeah, such an intense game, my God. For K7T to be able to pull team fights from the back foot like that, so amazing. Just shows how resilient K7T really are. But Jonas with friends, yeah, great skill in being able to dominate K7T in the early game in the first place. But right now, I think we're coming into a sort of stalemate as both teams really are unsure on what to do. Even with JWF's lead, they know that they can't simply underestimate K7T. K7T has pulled out amazing team fights out of nothing already before.
And I think the key to the team fights that they won was those pickoffs on top of the Lion, because without Lion, they only have to rely on the Sand King for that disable.
Yeah, but everyone's good. We're back into the game. And here we go. I think we see an attempt on a siege here from JWF. They should be willing to commit right now. They have nothing else to do.
Yeah, the push advantage is actually in their favor. The top lane is being pushed and the bottom lane is being pushed. BKB popped here by Troll Warlord. He's actually going in, chewing everybody away. For what reason, I am not sure. So that's a wasted BKB, so I think it might be a mystic or something. And now we see a Supernova coming in. Epicenter with it from the Sand King there, wiping away the Vengeful Spirit. And Shadow Fiend takes the Sand King in response. There's a good exchange there. The Shadow Fiend might fall. Somebody popped the dust, but it wasn't K7T. Shadow Fiend might be able to run away here. Phoenix finds a kill on top of the Trent Protector, however, and finishes his ultimate. Did he pop the Refresher Orb? I think he did. So, wow, that's 2 ultimates there for Phoenix finally being able to work that double ultimate just now. So, buybacks coming in from K7T, fortification up. This will be a failed push for JWF. So, if we look at the replay, we can actually see where they made the mistake there in defending.
Do we have a replay?
Do we have a replay?
No replay available this time, but right now we have a fight with Centaur Warner.
Happening. Okay, so we now see that replay coming in. So you can see where K7T failed the defense. They were too forward and just fighting on the low ground right there. And Shadow Fiend got too low too early during the team fight that he wasn't able to finish off.
But going back live right now, we have engagement again. The Centaur Warner has died and they have lost the tier 3 and the barracks. But they're being pushed back right now. Jonas with friends, they're on the retreat. Troll Warlord is low and Queen of Pain is low as well. So I'm not sure where K7T is going with this. They're holding off barely but still losing inch by inch to Jonas with friends.
Yeah. So it's actually good. This game is just being, it seems like it's just a painful, torturing kind of end there for K7T. It's not really something that they can change at this point.
Yeah, but they can still fight it. Shadow Fiend is on his way to maybe getting a butterfly. I think he's aiming for a butterfly. Already has 4,000 out of 6,000 gold worth of it. So maybe just 2,000 gold and Shadow Fiend would get a butterfly. I'm not sure why. Troll Warlord is not really a hero that a butterfly solves.
Well, do you think it solves the whirling axis, maybe? If Troll Warlord links in besides Shadow Fiend and the Troll Warlord throws in his blind, maybe. Oh, no, yeah, it doesn't really solve anything. That's true.
Yeah.
That's I was talking about the MKB.
Yeah, so it should have been an MKB rather, I think, because right now you probably need more burst damage in dealing with Jonas with friends, especially since the ones that kill Shadow Fiend aren't really the Troll's attacks. I think it's more of the Queen of Pain's Sonic Wave and the Epicenter and the Finger of Death.
Yeah.
When they all use that against the Shadow Fiend, and the Shadow Fiend just instantly pops. So I don't think it's the physical attacks that matter here from JWF. I think that perhaps the Shadow Fiend is not really too much optimized in pursuing.
Oh no, we actually see a pick off here at the middle lane. The Centaur Warrunner falls. Wow, this is big. This is definitely big.
Yeah, Centaur Warrunner has been just dying too often at this stage in the game.
Yeah, he has a total of 10 deaths actually. The most in the entire game.
Even more than the Vengeful Spirit and the Trent, right?
Yeah, even more. So we're not really just losing that advantage that they worked so hard for.
Yeah, but here we go. We have a slow siege coming in from the Queen of Pain, chipping off some of that HP from the tower. And everyone else is here at the back, waiting to jump in. The Troll Warlord, here we go, positions himself in the far rear with a Satanic already. 3,600 HP. How are you going to take down this Troll Warlord? I don't know.
He's actually almost, he's locked in his items. That's how much farm he has. Oh, we actually see an engagement there. On top of two heroes will fall. We see Passy, the Vengeful Spirit falls, Squawk ST. Oh, the Shadow Fiend dies as well. Blinks coming in with a BKB, Queen of Pain, and Howling. The Trent Protector falls as well. Only one hero left. Will we see a buyback there? Buyback coming in from Shadow Fiend. And no, not enough mana there for Phoenix, I think, to pop that ultimate. And they were able to finish off that Shadow Fiend. And it's a dieback there. FTP blinking in with a stun and a double edge. And wow, this Lion Fall. So it's a 3 for 3, but Shadow Fiend did buyback. So it's a 3 for 4, I guess. So it's up to Sniper to finish this game and to the Centaur Warner. Sorry, not to finish, but to defend this base. What am I saying? And while everything happened during that team fight, the bottom barracks went down. So it's a completely hollow bottom lane here for K7T. And middle tower tier 3 taken down. Yeah,
so slowly, K7T are just losing more and more ground against JWF. I'm not really sure how they can get a comeback at this point. because Troll Warlord just deals so much burst at this point, even if it's just not really too much damage dealing items, but just because of that raw attack speed, you can easily deal around 400 DPS, 400, 500 physical DPS with Troll Warlord, and that's rightly impressive.
So actually, you see, wow, the Queen of Pain just purchased a Skull Basher.
Queen of Pain with a Basher.
And an Abyssal Blade, actually. So...
Okay, so it was a straight Abyssal Blade from the Queen of Pain. Not bad. Actually, yeah, you want to get more Disables, so no more Dagon, no more Aghanims. Needs more Disables, Sight of Vice, and the Abyssal Blade.
Yeah, so he's, I think we're going to see her blinking in, just disabling the sniper probably. I mean, she's the only one who can get that close without having to worry about the blink being disabled. So
yeah, because of that natural blink.
So this is definitely going to be a middle lane push there for JWF. I wonder if how K7T plans to defend this. They can't. They really can't rely on Center Warner going in, because the last time he did, he wasn't really able to provide that much distraction or disables or support. So Center Warner is at that point with only this much items. He cannot provide that tanky capabilities he was supposed to be able to give. And the same goes for Trend Protector, I mean.
Yeah, at this point, I think that they're gonna need to rely more on the failings of JWF. If JWF would make some errors, that would be towards the favor of K7T. I think that's when they could capitalize and make some turnarounds. But until then, I don't think head-on fighting would net them much positive results.
There's smoke coming in from K7T, and they're trying to look for enemies here. Blink coming in from Passy, throws in the stun on top of the Phoenix, but no, as everybody surprised, as everybody is just ready for them. BKB coming in, and this Center Warner just dies. So that Phoenix with her Supernova, just throwing everybody out of position. The Vesper Spirit will be able to TP off the safety, and it's a 1-for-0 exchange, and it's really a bad time to lose somebody. And they lost Center Warner again.
Yeah,
sitting at 11 deaths.
I don't know how to proceed if I were K7T. It's 16 minutes already. This game has gone so long. But still, it's quite impressive that they're able to hold on for this long. Let's take a look at the net worth. Already over 30,000. How are they still in the game? Is it just JWF being overtly cautious? Or does K7T actually have the potential to really make a comeback and turn around these fights?
Blink coming in from Passy, yeah, and Troll Warlord gets stunned, and we see the refresher getting popped there by the Phoenix. I think he probably feels that, I can actually use a Supernova right now, but I don't have the mana to do so. And the Giver falls. It's a 1-for-0 exchange so far, but the Barracks at the middle lane falls down. BKB coming in from Sand King misses the stun on top of anybody, and the Sniper is just auto attacking the Sand King to his death. But will he be able to survive? Yes, he will. Supernova pops. Nobody is just noticing this Phoenix getting swapped by the Vesper Spirit. Responds with an Icarus dive. Queen of Pain trying to take down Passy immediately, but doesn't have enough. The damage protector finds the kill on the Troll Warlord. However, Sniper kills the Sand King or the BKB earlier in order for him to escape the shrapnel, and he survived. And now, wow, Phoenix falls as well. So it's I think nobody died for K7T.
It was no. That's again. Oh, look at that 10,000 gold exchange in favor of K7T. K7T, amazing, still holding on by the by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah, and if you look at that replay, we can actually see the overextending there. The overextension done by JWF. They didn't really know which to prioritize. You see some heroes are on the top lane and some on the middle lane. And this was how K7T was able to get in a position just wipe everybody out. But the question is, will this be enough to help them gain an advantage in the coming push?
Well, K7T better hope so. Right now, they've taken down the tier 2 in the mid lane. They've gotten enough momentum to go this far. They are at the foot of Jonas with Friends base. I think they're guessing that the Troll Warlord doesn't have buyback. It actually does, just saving it. So they're testing the waters here, not going to pursue any further. They're going to back off. They know that even if Troll Warlord doesn't have buyback, he's only 20 seconds away. But they should notice this Roshan. They will spot out this Roshan, and they do. They're not really in a good position to fight it. We see Pinks coming here on the pit. Yeah, Queen of Pinks can scout it out. They see the Roshan.
Oh, apparently Skady gives you vision.
The Shiva's Guard, yeah. Shiva's Guard
okay.
gives vision.
Wow, the things you learn every day. So, I think this is definitely going to be a push for Phoenix. Make sure that there's nobody in the pit by going for an Icarus dive. So, knowing JWF, they will probably go for the safest route and just take this Roche before committing again for the push. So, I think the next push coming from JWF would be a GG push because we only have the ranged barracks left for Team K7T, and the ranged barracks, as you know, do not regenerate. And because they do not regenerate, JWF can take their sweet time in just farming until the end of night.
But they do have living armor from the Trend Protector, which he isn't using.
He isn't using. I think he's just too busy buffing everybody on his team. They know that JWF will go for the Roche, and they were too late. The Roche has been killed, and they will not be able to get in position in time to contest that Aegis of the Immortal. So a push coming in from JWF, this is going to be big. And we might actually see the last team fight of this clash. So everybody, get ready.
Alright, so here we go. JWF is moving in for the kill. They want to take down this range barracks. No, they don't even need to take down that range barracks. They just need to wipe out K7T, and on they go to the towers and throne. But yeah, they're being a bit cautious. No, they don't want to.
They're being very extra cautious. Oh, we actually might see a smoke, and they're going for a wraparound. They might either go this way or that way. They're going to attack K7T from behind, but the thing is K7T even aware of that possibility? I don't think so. I don't see any sentry wards in place of the tower, and they are just... they might actually get caught out of position. We see the Lion coming in, goes for the blink, finds LED. The sniper is getting stunned. Feel of Pain goes in for the kill. Oh no, it's just 2 heroes. 3 heroes are dead. Buybacks coming in. All 3 heroes buy back. Even Shadow Fiend falls down. No buyback for Shadow Fiend maybe. No, not buyback there. No buyback there. So sniper just falling. Will he be able to defend? The BKB getting popped. No defense. This is a failure of defense from K7T, and all the barracks will be taken down, and we will have mega creeps of JWF. But the game isn't done yet until K7T says GG or the throne is destroyed. So we might actually see K7T pull off something amazing at this point. So FTP goes into the big panic, dies to that, but it's really not that significant, especially since the Stroller Ward is just having its way with the towers. That Protector throws in the leech seed, and somebody was able to do so. No! He tried to go in for that, but gets hexed by the Queen of Pain, and he falls. Now 3 heroes are dead for K7T. Only 2 heroes are left. GG call there for K7T. And after 64 painful moments, we actually see the end of this game, and the victory goes to Jonas with friends.
Alright, so Jonas with friends taking the first game of the night versus K7T. But well played to K7T. That was amazing. An amazing hold for so long. If only they can see the graph of their net worth. If only they can see how hard they had to fight for the entirety of this game, then they should know in their hearts that they really played so well in this game tonight.
I mean, can you imagine being stomped like that? To the point where you can't really go for a comeback because 2 of your cores do not have any farm, and they died so much. And then your supports cannot even afford that many wards. They can't even deward, and they can't even go for the support items. And it went like that for 20 minutes. And they were still able to extend the game up to 60 minutes. Yeah,
I think sometimes it matters more that you have a spirit to fight, because a lot of the time, if you don't, at that point you're like, we've lost, and you don't fight anymore. But you know, this really shows that if you're willing to fight, then you still can. You can at least bring the game for into a 65-minute game. They dragged it that long. It means that they were able to show Jonas with friends that hey, we're not gonna go down without a fight. Not tonight. But they still have one more game tonight, right?
Yeah. So K7T still has a chance in this entire thing.
Yeah, in this round robin series.
This round robin, because they still have to face Deadpan Gaming.
Alright, so the next game is going to be K7T versus Deadpan Gaming. Again, just the best of one in the round robin format tonight. But before we move into that, we'd like to announce a certain promotion that we're having. As we promoted through Facebook, and as you might be aware or may not be aware, we are raffling tonight some Razer products for you to enjoy. I think we'd like to point out, first and foremost, that we are not affiliated with Razer. Neither is Rappler. We are not affiliated with Razer in any sort of way, but we do have some products that you might enjoy. Can you take them out for me? Come on.
Okay, so just stay there and I'll just get the... So for our giveaway, sorry, I'm talking off screen. We have these things to give you guys. And the links for the raffle are on screen. So here's the thing. Here's how the raffle works.
All right, so we're going to display a link on screen. Just follow the link and then enter your Twitch username and your contact number. Yeah, and we're going to have a raffle at the end of the show. So we're going to draw the names out and we're going to call them out live so you guys can know if you've won. Just keep on watching our show. Hang on until the end of the last game. You'll get to know. First, right now we're going to be posting the link for the raffle for this mouse.
And yeah, okay, for this one. So
yeah.
So both links are there available for the mouse and keyboard. But here's the thing. For this period, only the link for the mouse is available for the raffle. So we'll only be accepting entries for this particular time for the mouse. So right now we will open the forms for the mouse. We'll accept entries only from this time frame for the mouse, and then after the next game we will accept it for the
keyboard.
Yeah. So the links are
the links
right there. So you can just remember what the links are, and they're pretty easy to remember.
We're going to show them later again.
We're going to show you later again. So just for those
of you. So right now, go to the mouse link. Go to the mouse link, and you'll have a chance to win this really nice Razer Crate gaming mouse. Fits really well at your hand. So we're not really promoting them because we're not affiliated with Razer, but I know you guys. We're all gamers here. I know you like these kinds of things. So come on, this is a freebie for you guys.
Yes. So okay. Just before you might say that, oh no, they're not really taking care of the prizes, but in pristine condition. So yeah, that's it. So before we move into the next game, just remember to click the link for the mouse for this time frame. It's EleetxR Game Night mouse. Yeah, for the first raffle, it's EleetxR Game Night raffle mouse. Okay, and after this next game, we will allow the entries for the next link, which is for the keyboard. Okay, so remember those links, and can they put in their entries now?
Yeah, it should be open now, right? Yeah,
yes.
Open now.
So for those of you watching, just wait for that and stay tuned so that you will know if you actually won the prize. Okay, so we'll be taking a short break and we'll be back with you guys shortly.
Yeah, the second game gonna come up after the break. It's gonna be K7T fighting for redemption versus Deadpan Gaming.
Deadpan Gaming. So hopefully it's going to be another exciting game. See you guys after a short break.